welcome to Brilliant Minds, Brains, Banter, and Being Human. Remember, we are professionals and we are very much off the clock. So, welcome to today where we're going to introduce ourselves a little bit so that you can get to know us. Andrea, are you
Hi.
ready?
Yeah. Who are you?
Yeah. I'm Olivia.
And I'm
The
Andrea.
best Olivia there ever was. All right, so we've got like some questions, and then we both have random questions for each other, which I'm very excited about. Andrea, how long have you been in the field?
I have been in the mental health field for about 10 years. I guess I should also say I'm Andrea. I'm a licensed mental health counselor and a licensed professional counselor in Washington and Arizona. Little humble brag on the dual licensure there. I've been in the mental health field for about 10 years. I've been a licensed mental health counselor for 6 years and been doing therapy for like 8, 9-ish almost, which is absolutely crazy to say. I know. I feel like old, but I'm like not old. It's a weird experience to have, but yeah.
It's like old in the field in terms of the amount of experience you have with the age that you
Yes.
are, which is a
Yes. And
very
like,
bizarre thing to say.
yeah, and young in comparison to a lot of other people in the field.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. What about
Which
you?
is
How long have you been in the field?
too long. Well, I'm Olivia. I am a licensed clinical social worker here in Washington and also in Idaho, but I'd love to drop the Idaho, so I'm not going to brag about being licensed in 2 states. Um, I've been in the field about 9-ish years, like coming up on 9 years. So trying to keep up with Andrea, but we'll never quite catch up. I started in the nonprofit world and then switched over to the private group practice realm about 6 years ago, or 5.5, 6 years ago, and have been loving this role ever since.
Which is how we met and how we've gotten here. Here we are almost 6 years later together starting a podcast, which is crazy, but also something I
I
think we've joked
know.
about for a long time.
Yeah. I feel like most of our friendship has been basically that like Spider-Man meme where everyone's like pointing at each other.
Yes.
It's just like, do you want to do this thing? Or are you just joking? Are
Yeah.
you not joking? Do you want
Yeah.
to do the thing?
I remember our conversation around like breaking off and starting our own business. And we were both like, are you sure? Are you sure you want to stick with me through this? And why does that give me goosebumps to even think about? But like, we're here and we're doing it. And it's been
Yeah.
the best thing every day.
So true. So true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we met um at the old practice we were at, and we did a little bit of like song and dance in the beginning, being like, are we gonna be friends? And also I feel like, I mean, I don't know about you, but it's like a little bit of a risk when you really try to be friends with somebody you work with.
Yeah.
It feels
Oh,
like a
yeah.
risk. Like no matter what field you're in, right? Like yes, therapists
Mhm.
are a little weird, and like you don't know, like are they going to leave that workplace,
Right.
you never talk to them again, are they going to get like, it can be
Yeah.
really weird really fast, so it's a huge risk, I feel like, but here we are.
Yeah, I think, we've talked about this before. Like our first time meeting, I do think that we were both a little hesitant, but we were also both really excited to meet each other because we've also talked about this. We are not therapist, whole identity therapists. Like we have
Right.
other things, right? And it was really exciting to meet someone who was a little bit nerdy, a little bit weird, and like a little bit different than kind of all of the other Pacific Northwest therapists out there. And that I think was what really like connected me to you, was that you were similar to me in that you weren't going to CEUs on the weekend and trainings and certification courses. Like, no thanks.
Yeah, a little bit weird. That's so not true. um
Y'all will find out.
yeah, arguably probably weirder than Andrea. Okay.
Debatable.
I know it is debatable. It'll be a poll for like a year from now. Who's weirder?
I love that. I love that. Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. All right. What do you like most about being in the field?
I this field is wild. It's got so many pieces, it's got so many layers. There's things that you learn just being in the field, and there's things you learn before being in the field. But overall, the thing that I love about working in mental health, being a therapist, working with humans, is being curious. I love just getting to know someone and being able to just fully be curious about their lives and about like their experiences and what drives them or how they've gotten to where they are. Just like the fact that I can ask anything basically to someone to help them and to support them, it fuels my curiosity like soul, but also it's kind of this magic thing that happens with people is like they just need someone to be curious about them.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's interesting that you say like there's no question that's like unaskable, that you can't ask. I've never really thought about it that way, but that's so true. I should really
Yeah.
take advantage of that more and ask way more oddball questions.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have to be careful, right, and mindful of the questions that we ask for sure. But I've asked some pretty weird questions to clients before. So, but it's like that's what's coming up, right? Like you say something and I'm like, "Well, can I be curious about this thing?" And like you tell me more and let's go. Let's follow that rabbit hole down.
Yeah, that's so true.
What about
We
you?
talked about, yeah, we talked about this before, but I think I love the point in which clients get to a place where they believe in themselves just a little bit more than they used to.
Mm.
And sometimes people would call that like a light bulb moment, and like those can be special in a different way. But what I'm talking about is something that's really progressive that sometimes is like almost hard to track, right? Like people continue to put in work and they come to therapy and you're supporting them and you're helping them through this process of finding themselves and finding their voice. And it's such a like sequential and also non-linear journey and thing. But when you get to see them like have a boundary for the first time, or like be proud of themselves for something or accomplish something, even if it's small or big, it doesn't matter. Like that is so rewarding to me because I know you feel the same way. It's like I don't take credit for them being able to do that in any way, but being able to witness that when no one else would be able to really witness that in the same like meaningful way, that is so cool to me. Like it's
Yeah.
just so fun.
Maybe sometimes I take credit, but
I'll take credit for the like original push,
yeah.
like
Yeah,
the like
exactly.
you could do it. Like get yourself out there. That's fun.
Yes. Yeah, but it is such a beautiful thing to see. I think I really value the really small ones, the really small wins a lot
Yeah.
compared to the big ones because like in my mind, you're here for the big one, right? You've hired me for the big one, but the small ones are so monumental. And like
Right.
just you don't not everybody notices the small ones, but as therapists, like that's what we're trained to do, right, is to like spot and see like that's growth. That's something that you've improved on and something that you've grown on. It's just like therapy alchemy is what one of my past colleagues had called it. Is just like this kind of magic.
Yeah. It does kind of feel a little bit like magic for sure, which is why I think we'll always be trying to prove ourselves as a science when we're really an art.
We're a soft science, Olivia, a soft science.
Don't get
My
me started
engineer
on all that.
husband, my engineer husband hates when I say soft science.
Yeah. I don't particularly like it either.
I'm like, what's my master's degree is a master's of science. So
Mine is not. So,
my bachelor's is not.
oh my goodness. Okay. Do you want to do your random question? Or do you want
Yeah.
to do mine?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, this one probably comes out of personal experience, so I really just want to know what your answer to is too.
Oh God.
What is the most random thing that you have Googled either during work or for a client?
I just did one recently. What the heck was it? They used an acronym. This is going to show my age.
Oh no. I'm
So,
older than you. What are you saying?
I know. Somebody used the word, the term, not the word, I know the term cooked in session.
Okay.
And I legitimately thought they meant like cooking.
Yeah.
No, that's not what that means.
What does that
And in the
mean?
context in which they met, I was like, that doesn't make any sense. So I kind of like pull it up. Like I kind of wrote it and I was like, I'm gonna check on this later. Cooked means that like they're like spent, like they're done. Like they cooked that person.
Oh,
And I was like, wow, I'm old. I didn't understand that at all. At all.
yeah.
There was
Yeah.
another
When
one recently too, but I can't remember. It was like an acronym for like a health condition that I was like, I don't know what that means. And I was like googling it, like I should probably know what this is, but I can't remember what the condition was. Can't
Oh,
remember.
yeah. Yeah.
Happens to me all the time.
Well,
Yeah.
I might have you beat on that one.
What's your answer?
I once worked with a client who's a furry, and they kept saying that they were buying this like thing that they were really excited about. And I Googled it because I was like, I need to know the context of what this thing is. Like, they keep talking about it. They were dragon tail dildos.
Yeah.
And
What's that context helpful?
it was very helpful. But that is in my search history. So that was fun.
Usually, when people talk about something, I just immediately I'm like, what? I just play, I'm like, I don't know what that is. Unless the client's like really on a roll and I try not to interrupt. But that's why it's like, I don't know what that means. Or like, you use that in a context that I don't understand.
I probably could have asked and probably should have asked rather than Googling it. But at the same time, they like just kept talking and talking and they were like really into this thing. And I was like, I'm not getting any context. Plus, like ADHD involved in there. So, yay, context. Yeah. And then the other day, it was My Little Pony series. So, you know,
Yeah, wow. Yours is way more exciting. I should have asked that question to you.
see,
Oof.
that's why I just have to know. Like, am I the only one that researches weird shit? Possibly.
Oh my goodness. Okay, are you ready for my question?
I am more than ready.
You're not.
Oh, no.
What? Okay, what diagnosis would you kick out of the DSM?
Oh,
Which
God.
one diagnosis would you kick out of the DSM?
Oppositional defiant disorder. Done. Gone.
You stole mine.
Jinx. I hate that diagnosis with a fiery burning passion. I could stand on a soapbox and yell to the world about how much I hate that
I thought that was gonna
diagnosis.
be a hard question.
I mean, I think for anyone that's not us, maybe.
Okay. Can I get a bonus round question?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, what is one diagnosis that you would edit in the DSM?
When?
Hee hee.
Oh, now that's rude. Oh my gosh, that's so hard. I think instantly right off the bat, ADHD, I think is probably like my top one right now. But that's hard because there's so many other things that like tie with that. I think that the DSM needs to be completely restructured. I won't get into that. I think that's a topic for another day.
Or another 5 podcasts, but that's fine.
Exactly.
Oh goodness. Yeah, I think the ADHDs, that's valid. I think the one that I would change is PTSD.
That was the other one that was like way up there was PTSD for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
CPTSD is not even technically in it. It's PTSD-C, which is listed differently.
Yeah. For real. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Alrighty. Well, thanks for getting to know us, y'all. Obviously, you
Yeah.
can see we're a ton of fun.
If you have any questions or want to know more about us, you can always ask them in the comments and we'll be sure to touch on them in another podcast.
Yes, absolutely. But for now, take care, y'all. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be considered legal, health, tax, or professional advice. Always consult a licensed professional for specific advice related to your situation.
And just a quick note to all you listeners. Yes, we're real therapists, but please remember this podcast isn't therapy. We're here to share ideas, have some laughs, and maybe make you think. Just maybe. But being a listener doesn't replace therapy. If you need mental health support, please see a licensed professional in your area. And if you're in crisis, call or text 988 in the US.